We've been sold the idea that happiness is found on a golf course with zero obligations. But human biology suggests otherwise. Without purpose, structure, and challenge, we decline. Today, we are redefining retirement, not as the end of work, but as the beginning of optionality. If you want to build a life you don't need to escape from, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's look at the data. Section 1. The Dave anomaly, which is actually the norm. Let's talk about a man named Dave. Dave was the model American employee. He worked as a structural engineer for 32 years. He maxed out his 401k, paid off his mortgage, and hit his number at age 62, $1.4 million. He threw the party, he accepted the gold watch, he walked out the door into freedom. The first 3 months were bliss. He slept in until 9 a.m., he played golf 3 times a week, he finally fixed the deck. But by month 6, the silence of the house started to get loud. By month 9, he was watching 6 hours of cable news a day, getting angry at people he'd never meet. By month 12, his doctor prescribed antidepressants. By month 18, he was diagnosed with cognitive decline. Dave didn't just lose his job, he lost his sense of relevance. His body and mind realized they were no longer needed, and the decline began. Section 2. The data on early decline. We've been told retirement is a golden age, but medical and social data often show it can be a dark age if not managed with purpose. Shell Oil Study. A large study of Shell Oil employees found that those who retired at age 55 had significantly higher mortality rates in the following decade compared to those who retired at 65. Even when researchers controlled for pre-existing health conditions, the trend held. Retirement itself correlated with higher mortality risk. The use it or lose it brain. Research by Dr. Ursula Stautinger and others shows that cognitive decline accelerates after retirement. Why? Because for many adults, work is the primary source of complex problem solving. Even if you dislike your job, navigating projects and learning new systems keeps neural pathways active. Social interaction. Engaging with colleagues stimulates the brain. When replaced with passive consumption, TV, scrolling, the brain begins to atrophy. The body conserves energy by reducing investment in an organ that isn't being challenged. Section 3. The 5 pillars of work. It's not just money. We think we work for money. That's only part of the story. Work provides 5 psychological nutrients essential for human survival. Retirement often strips them away overnight. Structure. Work forces you to get up, prepare, and be somewhere. Without it, days blur together. Identity. In the West, what do you do defines us. Losing that role creates identity crises. Community. Work provides automatic socialization. Retirement requires proactive effort, which many struggle to maintain. Utility. Purpose. Humans need to contribute. Without it, the signal becomes, I am no longer needed. Status. Competence at work generates respect. Leisure may generate envy, but rarely deep respect. We are dismantling the toxic fantasy of doing nothing. If this reality check is making you rethink your 30-year plan, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more people before they walk into purposelessness. Section 4. The Okinawan Secret, Ikigai versus Retirement. Let's look at the blue zones, places where people live to 100 at rates far higher than the US. In Okinawa, Japan, there is no word for retirement. It literally does not exist in their dialect. Instead, they have Ikigai, reason for being. The 102-year-old karate master isn't retired, he's teaching. The 90-year-old grandmother isn't retired, she's gardening and caring for great-grandchildren. They understand something we've forgotten. Humans thrive when they remain active, productive, and useful. The Western model of working yourself to exhaustion for 40 years, then spending 20 years in passive leisure, is a biological anomaly that often creates misery. Section 5. Financial independence versus retirement, the reframe. This distinction can save your life. Retirement means stopping. The goal is the absence of work. Financial independence means options. The goal is the choice of work. The goal shouldn't be to hit a number so you can sit idly. It should be to hit a number so you can quit the job you dislike and do the work you love. With $2 million, you don't have to be a corporate lawyer anymore. You can be a high school history teacher. You can start a nonprofit. You can consult part-time on projects you care about. You keep the structure, identity, community, utility, and status of work, but remove the stress and financial anxiety. That's the sweet spot for longevity. Section 6. The bridge strategy. Don't go cold turkey. If you're approaching your number, don't jump off the cliff. Build a bridge. Going from 60 hours a week to 0 is a shock to the system. Instead, try a phased exit. Consultant phase. Negotiate to drop to 3 days a week. Stay engaged but gain freedom. Passion project phase. Start building your next pursuit before you quit. Write, build, create now. Volunteer phase. Treat volunteering like a job. Commit to a schedule. You need to retire to something, not just from something. Section 7. The spender trap. Why modest earners are vulnerable. Ironically, this challenge often impacts modest earners more severely. Why? Overspending during working years leaves them with smaller nest eggs and more anxiety in retirement. The mask. Leasing luxury cars or buying big houses to project success. The reality, when the paycheck stops, the mask falls. The void. Spending on status instead of skills or hobbies leaves both financial and emotional deficits. Building wealth isn't just about money, it's about building a life rich enough to sustain you when the direct deposit stops. Dave didn't run out of money, he ran out of reasons to wake up. Don't aim for retirement, aim for financial independence. Protect your brain, keep solving hard problems. Build your community. Your coworkers aren't your lifelong friends. Go make real ones. Find your Ikigai. What will you do when you don't have to do anything? One of the riskiest days in life is the day you have nothing meaningful to do. Don't let that day come. I'm curious to hear from you. What is your Ikigai? What work would you do if you didn't need the money? Have you seen a relative decline after retirement? What happened? Drop your answers in the comments and subscribe for more educational content on personal finance. Thanks for watching.